Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Smacked into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! Needs a point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
And playing as the designated hitter, number 19, Daniel Crable. Batting sixth and playing in right field, number 24, Ty Sowers. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 43, William Fesser. Batting eighth and doing the catching, number 41, John Toth. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 6, Gavin Marceric. And on the mound today for the Stark County Terriers, number 12, Dylan Rouse. On the mound today for the 3B Barons, number 95, Nate Evans. We will hear their starting lineup in the bottom of the first inning. One final game left to go here at Thurman Munson Stadium, and we are ready to roll. Welcome into the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, an abbreviated introduction as we are ready to go on the field before we are up here. I believe the 3B Barons took the diamond, ready to warm up before we even started announcing. So we were put behind. We will hear their starting lineup and their batting order in the bottom of the first inning, as that will give them a nice preview before they step out into the batter's box for the first time today. Well, for the second time today, first time in this game, as they played earlier in a tight loss, and that was against the T3 Warhawks. Batting first for the Terriers, it is Braden Broom. Time now 7 o'clock on the dots, and we are underway in our final game, and it is a hard 90 for Broom. And just like that, the leadoff man is aboard for the Stark County Terriers. Excellent start to the game if you are Stark County. Once again, the visitors are 3-0 today in the stadium, so that could be a good sign of things to come for them. As well, he's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. I would say, Cam, it has been a fun day of baseball, a lot of good results, and a lot of great players really making a name for themselves here at Thurman Munson. And now it is Brett Moore stepping in, the second baseman. Moore, I believe, a rising sophomore at Slippery Rock. He is a guest player coming over from Premier. He was the only player listed that was not on their active roster, and that makes sense as a couple of guys do switch over for the NABF World Series. We saw it last year with Jacob Rocky coming over to pitch for Stark County as they won their third consecutive title. Moore chops it down the third base line, but foul. Count now 1-1. But Cam, we saw the Terriers back on June 2nd, and I've seen them since then. But what are your thoughts heading into this game on Stark County? I mean, they have won this thing the past 3 times, so there definitely is some pedigree there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, winners of the last 3, they're trying to get their four-peat. So, obviously, they're coming into this And, yeah, they just, honestly, they probably think they can do it again, and I don't doubt it.
And Moore doesn't doubt it either. A good single into right field, and that'll move Broom up to third. Put him at the corners, nobody down. And this is a familiar name for you, Cam. Nolan Kelliker will step in. 2 up and 2 on to begin the game, and the Terriers now have their first run 90 feet away. We look at this start, Cam. This is truly great from the Terriers offense, an offense that has been hit or miss this year, but down the stretch, Reese Sabo has done a great job getting this group into shape.
Yeah, I mean, this team is kind of, like you said, really just gelled together down the stretch and has played well when it mattered.
Good drive into left field by Kelliker. It is going to be caught on the run for out number 1. Broom will tag up, and he will score with ease. It is a sac fly for Nolan Kelliker, and the Stark County Terriers are on the board in our final game of the day. Nicely done, putting that ball deep into the outfield. It's in left field, which makes that play a lot more obtainable for the left fielder. But I believe the straw that broke the camel's back, going backwards, that makes it 10 times more difficult. And by the time he got it, there was really no play at home, so he just kind of got the ball in and made sure the trail runner did not move up to second base. Moore will stay at first base as Caden Mastery steps in. And last time we saw the Stark County Terriers, my goodness, did he get a hold of a baseball. He hit a big grand slam. That was the turning point against the Wayne Baseball Club. And from that point forward, the Stark County Terriers didn't look back, and they got a big win that helped them get to here at Thurman Munson for the NABF World Series. Evans taking his time. Moore will go, pitches wide for ball 1, throw down on the money, the tag, it is there for out number 2. It is an excellent throw out from Mannion. Mannion, an excellent shuck. Moore now seemingly down at second base, as it looks like it is something to do with his lower extremities. And as he is attended to by Coach Sabo, we will step aside. Stark County up 1-0 on the 3B Barons. Awful scenes just moments ago there, Cam. Another injury, our third in as, I'm not going to say as many games, 4 games, as I don't think we had one last game. But either way, Moore, I believe he slid into second base awkwardly, and he was helped off the diamond. No pressure can be put with his right foot. You hate to see it, and you hope he's okay, but things aren't looking too good, and all you can do is hope and pray for Brett Moore as this game progresses. Back to the action, 1-0 count, and now it is 2-0 on Caden Mastery, the first baseman. Mastery, a rising redshirt junior at Ashland, played his high school ball not too far away from here at Sandy Valley. Evans taking his time before the 2-0 pitch. Mastery takes, and it is in there for strike 1. But going back to the injury, that is just the nature of the game. These freak accidents happen all the time. Nothing you can do to avoid it, just wishing the best for him. The 2-1. Good poke over to the left side. Not enough to get it past the shortstop. Throw to one is on the money, and the side is retired. Nicely done by Isaiah Lutz as he gets the job done, but not before the Stark County Terriers are able to push a run across, courtesy of a sac fly from Nolan Kelliker. Middle of one at Thurman Munson. The Stark County Terriers are on top. 1-0 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Thurman Munson Stadium. Bottom of the first inning. It is the Stark County Terriers at their old home diamond, up 1-0 on the 3B Barons. He's Cameron Ragazzo, and I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Oh my, what a first pitch. That one is over the batter.
Definitely a ball.
Not the start that Rouse had in mind. Played his high school ball for Canton Central, so not too far away from here. Second team Stark County as a senior, and he helped lead the Crusaders to a Final Four appearance in 2021. He is a rising, I believe, junior at Findlay. 2-0 count to begin the at-bat on Isaiah Lust, the shortstop. The pitch from Rouse, and it is in the dirt for ball 3. But on top of that, a 7.61 ERA this past year, 4-3 record in 10 appearances. 9 of those were starts, and an opponent average of .297, so not too shabby from the former Crusader. 3-0 hits the outer edge for strike 1. And it does help that he has one of the best catchers in the area behind the dish in John Toth. His combination with Crable has been fun to watch this year. Crable usually as the main catcher, Toth in relief. 3-1 inside for ball 4, and it is a leadoff walk. But I believe that Crable did start the last game, and he did catch the entirety of it. So I believe this will be a spot that John Toth has an opportunity to show for 7 innings why he should earn some good game time at Ashland this upcoming season. And I think he proved it enough during his time at Highland, at least. He was tremendous for the Hornets. With the leadoff man on, it is Josh Reed now stepping in. First pitch up high for ball 1. And on top of that, he also runs a fitness Instagram account where he posts a lot of his workouts in, I believe, the hopes of A, getting coaches to see it, and on top of that, helping the next generation with their game prep and how to train. And that is really awesome, and he has done a great job with that so far. The 1-0, hit foul now, 1-1 the count. And he'll post the not-so-flashy plays. He'll post a block or two on there. Doesn't go for just the throw-outs, doesn't go for the basic things. He goes for more of the catcher's, I don't know how to say this, the catcher grievances plays, the blocks, the cadences, all of that stuff. That's what he posts. He is a guy who is truly, I would say, determined to read the analytics. Good drive into deep left field. But that one will be caught by Broom for out number 1. A routine flyout gets the first out on the board for the Terrier defense. Once again, the top 3 teams out of this field of 7 make it to Sunday, and they will play for the NABF World Series title. These Terriers, they are no stranger to this round, as once again, they have won the last 3 tournaments, but this is the first time that it has moved out of the Youngstown area from Bob Scene Park in Struthers, and it is now here at Thurman Munson, and the hope is that it'll be here for years to come, as the WRCL Diamond League and OPL will run the respective NABF World Series. Runner will go, swing and a miss. Toth will throw down, but it is going to be wide left. And on top of all of that, I am floored here, Cam. Look over at second base. It's more.
What?
How about that? Helps off the diamond 5 minutes ago, and he is grinding this game out. Total respect to him. That is awesome. If he can play it, then I am truly floored. That's amazing. 0-1 the count on Vardy. The pitch. Vardy hits it back. Now 0-2 the count. As well, score update on Field 2. The Class A's and the B2 Bulls tied up at 0 in the middle of the first inning. Both fields on their final game of the day. I mean, as you would assume, as this one started at around 7 p.m. So a kind of longer day at the office. 0-2 count on Verdi with 1 down and a runner at second base. Rose takes his time and delivers. Toth able to block it, keeps it close, but there will be advancement as that is a free base for Lutz. He is now 90 feet away from tying this game up, but once again, that is why Toth focuses on those plays. If that's at the backstop, he could be thinking 4. Instead, he keeps it close, and on the high ricochet, that's where he takes his base. But it's plays like that that'll keep runners more honest. Here comes the 1-2, and it is up and in for ball 2. And on top of that, a lot of what Toth posts are just simple framing plays. When you think baseball, you think, okay, I'm going to post the hits, I'm going to post my steals, I'm going to post all of that. Not him. He goes for the small things, and that makes a big difference. Here comes the 2-2. Weak chop up the middle. Rouse will take it from the mound. And
It's a foul ball.
there it is. I didn't see that necessarily right away, but
That's why
it does make sense.
went up so high, and that's also why he's limping.
Not good to see that Malley is limping. Or no, Verity rather, as he is down the line and he is in some pain. We've seen a lot of injuries today, and that is just unfortunate in this World Series. But then again, Cam, this is the end of the season. So there's a lot going on. And you've played a lot of games. And I'm sure you felt it. I felt it because when I played freshman ball with Holy Name and with you, you saw it. I caught, what was it, 90% of the games?
Pretty much.
And then going to the Stingrays, I caught a little bit less, but still. Add all that together, and the frame at the time, that was not easy. Or you can call it the frame now if you really want to, and I know you will. The 2-2, it is there for strike 3 looking, 2 down. Hats off to Mr. Toth for the frame as well. And I believe we have some words from the peanut gallery for that one. But with 2 down, the runner still at third base. It is Jason Malley, the first baseman, stepping in. An opportunity still for the Barons to get on the board in the bottom of the inning. And that would give us a 1-1 game entering the second. First pitch missing wide for ball 1. As well, in the top of the second inning, it is going to be Crable, Sowers, and Fesser. 5, 6, and 7 for the Terriers. And we will see how they fare against Evans as his outing continues. The 1-0, Toth can't get to that one, and we are tied up at 1. A wild pitch as it bounces right up the catcher. Once again, Cam, this has the makings to be a great game. And if we can have a classic to round out our day at Thurman Munson, I don't think you'd be complaining. If you're here, you want to see a great game, and I think that is the parting line for the players and for the fans. Here is the 2-0. Swing and a miss now. 2-1 the count. On the other field, no score on this one. 2 runs combined. Here comes the 2-1, and it is going to bounce in for ball 3. After Malley, it goes to Bachman. And Bachman is getting ready to go in the on-deck circle near his dugouts. 3-1 framed in for strike 2, and we are full. Full count, 3-2, 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. The payoff pitch, it is low for ball 4, and the frame will continue. Nice patience by Malley, just waiting for his pitch. Doesn't come, he'll take his walk. And now some instructions are being given to Bachman as he enters the box. With 2 down, how crafty can you really get here without sacrificing an out? Bunt, I would say, is kind of out of the question here, as that would kind of just be a free out given. It just depends on what tickles their fancy, if you will. Ground ball hit to the left side, scooped up at third. Nice play in stride. Throw to 1, follows suit, and the inning is over. William Fesser with the great showing of the leather, and that'll end the first inning, but not before the 3B Barons tie the game up on a passed ball. Through 1 in Canton. Honors even at 1 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Top of the second inning about to get underway as Daniel Crable, the lefty, steps into the batter's box to get things underway. Crable, the DH this game, once again, one of 2 players in the great catching platoon that features Crable along with John Toth. And we are seeing Toth behind the dish this game for the Terriers. First pitch in the frame from Evans is outside for ball 1. Going back to that first inning, what was your big takeaway for both sides as each group was able to score 1 run, but in completely different ways?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Kind of 2 very, like you said, very different ways to score the runs. But, I mean, you got to score the runs somehow. So, I don't know. I think we'll probably see a more orthodox way to score the runs as the game goes on, but maybe not.
The 2-0 is fouled away. Now 2-1 the count. A beautiful night for baseball in Canton on this Friday evening. Definitely a nice stadium. Does have some relics of the past, you can say, but still a gem in regards to baseball fields in the area. The 2-1, it is popped into the stands, foul. Count now 2-2. But I think, Cam, heading in, we kind of had this expectation of some rustic appeal, but also a state-of-the-art main box, and that is exactly what we got.
Exactly.
Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Crable. Evans sets and fires, and it is going to bounce in cricket style, and we are full.
Just trying to take his wickets. Trying to get the dot ball.
That is like the only thing I know about cricket, the bouncing in. I don't think I've ever watched a cricket game unless it got accidentally put on ESPN, which is possible. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Evans trying for strikeout number 1 of the day, and he will have to wait as it is fouled away.
That'd have been a 6. Still cricket talk. No. Okay.
And only one strikeout combined as Rouse had it as he took care of Verdi. Count remains full, 3-2. And here comes the payoff pitch from Evans. Hit right up the middle, a screamer into center, and it is a long-last long-last leadoff single for Crable. That was a great battle from Crable, just pokes it up the middle.
Yeah, after getting a nice long at bat, finally hits it right back up the middle, right where it came from.
And if you are the Terriers, to get that strong hit to begin the frame, that is a great way to start building towards your second run of the game. You already have 2 hits, that being your second. You can work from here and potentially move your pieces along. Crable now might not be the stealing type, but if you hit the ball into a good spot in the outfield, he could take an extra base, put him at the corners, and that sets up Fesser nicely. That's what happened last inning. Moore hit a single into right field, and Brim was able to get to third from first. And he then came around to score. The 1-0, it is going to miss in the dirt for ball 2. Only the top teams after pool play tomorrow are going to advance to Sunday's Field of 3 championship round. 2 versus 3 at 9. And then at 11:30, it is the championship game between the winner of that game and the #1 overall seed. And that could be a matchup of 2 undefeated teams. The Terriers right now trying to put themselves one step closer to Sunday. 2-0, a good drive deep to left field, but it is a routine flyout. Out #1 recorded. That is Demarion Young out and left making the play. But I think if the Terriers win here, 1 foot into Sunday, I feel like they, along with the Lumber Company, are going to be those sure bet teams that are, I would say, in.
Unless, it's baseball. Anything can happen.
A lot of craziness can take place, and then I feel like you would see maybe a Jasper Reds team sneak in, or the winner of the game over on field 2. That could be the case. Swing and a miss from Fesser, 0-1 the count. Fesser usually number 23. Today wearing number 43, as he is a rising freshman at the California University of PA, as he is a redshirt. Second pitch now in the dirt. Now 1-1 the counts. Played his high school ball not too far away from here. Once again in the Federal League at Lake. But a redshirt guy trying to get ready to go for what will be his first official on-record campaign. Now the 1-1 on the, I'm going to say, just outside hedge for strike 2. It's close. I'm definitely saying it's a strike, but good spot on the outer side. And the pitchers today have been able to vary up their deliveries quite nicely. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. The pitch. Fesser takes up and in, and he will stay alive. Count now 2-2. After Fesser, it goes to John Toth, the catcher, as he is getting ready to go in the on-deck circle. The infield eagerly waiting as the Barons are taking more and more time in between deliveries. Here comes the 2-2, and it is going to bounce in, but blocked for ball 3, and we are full. Yet another full count. A lot of elongated at-bats in this second inning. The good battles have made for some good baseball so far in this contest. But if you are the Barons, this is a spot that you have to get an out. Here's the payoff pitch, and Fesser is going to slice it foul into his dugouts. But for 3B, this is a potential turning point. You get this out, you get the final out of the inning, you're then back up, tie game, a chance to get your first hit and take your first lead of the day. But for now, the count is full on Fesser, 3-2. Once again, a throwback to 1, and Crable is back in with ease. Count still full on Fesser as we are taking longer and longer in between deliveries. Now here comes the payoff pitch. Fesser swings and misses, and there is out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Nate Evans. And it comes at a good time as that'll put a damper in the offense once again. After that leadoff hit, 2 outs, 1 flyout, 1 strikeout. The 3B Barons now have control, and once again, they are the home team, so they do always have that last half inning in the back of their pocket. And I don't know if they want to have to use it, but if they need it, it is there. Now Toth steps in, and he will see a first pitch strike, 0-1 the count. John Toth wearing number 41, a rising sophomore at Ashland this past campaign, 0 for 2 in 1 game for the Eagles. And he will look to earn some more game time as he enters his sophomore campaign. 0-1 up and in now, 1-1 the count. Last year he was in the WRCL for release, but that release team has since disbanded. A lot of teams not coming back to the league for a number of reasons, and the main one, invalid rosters. Now the 1-1, and it'll bounce in for ball 2. Once again, 7 teams in the NABF World Series, 4 of which come from the WRCL. You have the B2 Bulls, the Stark County Terriers, the Mountaineer Lumber Company, and the T3 Warhawks. Then the 3B Barons, along with the Jasper Reds, come from out of state. And then the Class A's are from here in Canton. Good pop over the second baseman, and it is down in right center field. Toth does his job, and that'll put the catchers at the corners. Nice hit from Toth, just popping it in there. And now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away for the Terriers. And we'll watch it back on the replay. We talk about it all the time, Cam. You don't need a crazy amount of power. You just need to be able to put the ball in a good spot in the outfield, and that's exactly what Toth did.
Yeah, just put it barely over the outstretched reach of the second baseman there, and just does enough.
And now that'll bring in Gavin Marceric, the shortstop. Marceric, a rising sophomore at Tiffin, played his high school ball for Massillon, but he has yet to make his debut for Tiffin. And he is in here today by necessity, as Caleb Collins, the everyday shortstop for the Terriers, broke his hand in the final WRCL game of the season, and he is out for the rest of the campaign. Definitely a tough blow for the Terriers, as they didn't return a lot of guys from last year, but Collins, he was one of them. The 1-0, it is up and in for ball 2. But overall, it has been a year of change for the Terriers. Coach Willoughby no longer with the group, as he is down at the 15U level with the Terriers. It is Reese Sabo, a newcomer to coaching, who has taken over, and he has done a great job so far. The 2-0 is flown into deep right field, still going back, and it is down for extra bases. Marceric does his job. He will drive in the catchers, and he is going to third, where he will stop. It is a big 2 RBI triple for Marceric, and the Terriers are back out in front. What a swing into right field. It just kept carrying before it finally got down. And by that point, Toth was rounding third and coming home, following Crable closely. One of the best swings that we have seen all day. Gavin Marceric being asked to step up in a big way for the Terriers in this tournament, and he has done just that. And now an opportunity for Braden Broom to bring him in to make it 4-1. First pitch low for ball 1. And very similar to what we saw from the Lumber Company in the last game. All it takes is one big hit. In that case, it was Ickes, this time Marceric. And that is enough to change the game and keep it that way as well. Here comes the 1-0. Ground ball high, pop over towards second base. Throw to 1 is on the money, and the side is retired. But yet again, it is the Stark County Terriers making some noise. Gavin Marceric unleashes on the baseball and robes a 2 RBI triple down the right field line. Middle of 2 at Thurman Munson Stadium. It is the Terriers, the home team, but away on the scoreboard, up 3-1 on the 3B Barons. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Ethan Mannion steps in to get things underway in the bottom of the second inning. It is the Stark County Terriers up 3-1 on the 3B Barons. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening if you are just tuning in. First pitch fouled away, 0-1 the counts. A very good day of baseball here at Thurman Munson Stadium as expected. But I would say the unexpected thing, the away team 3-0 so far today, and that is a weird anomaly. The 0-1 popped up and out of play, but not out of the stadium as it does ding off at the top. Once again, a large metal roof above us. For the most part, this entire main stand is protected by that awning, which is definitely nice when the conditions are less than desirable. 0-2 is going to miss for ball one. And I believe it did drizzle earlier on today, but as of right now, it is not raining, but that definitely could change, and we will see if we can get any updates in that regard anytime soon. The 1-2, ground ball hit over towards second. It is Kelly picking it up. His throw to one is on the money to Mastery. 1 up, 1 down. And clearly Brett Moore is okay after that scary injury early on. I am still just floored that he is in this game. That is a true warrior over at second base. And no surprise seeing that Coach Wisniewski helped build him up this summer. He's built a lot of great players at the collegiate level, summer ball-wise, over his time with Premier. Kelly, a guest player here today, and he could be the missing piece for this Terrier offense. And defense, for that matter. Once again, no Collins. Marceric shifting over to short, and he is still the man of the hour as he does have the point of difference hit. And now an opportunity defensively. Marceric's throw to one is in time. 2 up, 2 down. An excellent communication between him and Fesser at third. Fesser said, "It's all you," gave him that vote of confidence, and Marceric made the play happen. This Terrier defense, one of the best in this competition. 2 up, 2 down, and Ricosi, the second baseman, will step in for the first time in this game. First pitch, it is there for strike one. The only blemishes against Rouse so far have been 2 walks, and he has been on point otherwise. The 0-1 ground ball hit back to Kelly again at second base. His throw is low but true, and the side is retired in order. A quick 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Terriers, and now the offense is ready to get things rolling again in the top of the third inning. Through 2 at Thurman Munson Stadium, it is the Terriers up 3-1 on SmeeSports. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Experiencing pain of any kind? call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. As we begin the top of the third inning, it is the Stark County Terriers up 3-1 on the 3B Barons. One of the storylines entering today's game that we really didn't know until we got here is Coach Sabo's coach of attire down over at third base, as he is in full uniform today. That is usually something that you see only reserved for the MLB, but in this case he is bringing it to travel ball, and the only other guy who does it is Ivani and Coffey, the head coach of a Premier 17U team. Those two are the main ones, but we talked to Coach Sabo before the game and asked him, okay, why the change? And he said, it's time to change things up. It's a new era for this collegiate team, but they are three-time champions of this NABF World Series, and they have won them all in a row. They want their four-peats. It's out with the old and in with the new, and the new guard trying to replicate the old guard. And I feel like so far they have done a good job of that. And if this result does hold here, they would be 2-0 overall, and they would have 1 foot into Sunday. Moore fouls back the 2-0 pitch, now 2-1 the counts. 2, 3, and 4, more caliber and mastery this inning for the Terriers. This is a pseudo home game for Stark County, as this was their old home diamond back in the day. They used to play their home games here at Thurman Munson Stadium before making the move over to Walsh. 2-1, a check swing. Count now 3-1. Actually, no, they're going to appeal, and it is going to go against Moore. Now 2-2. A late change there. Moore 1 for 1 in this game, and it is a miracle that he is still in, as he had a very scary-looking play over at second base the last time we saw him. Here's the 2-2, and he will stay alive, chopping that one foul. But in the NABF World Series, it seems like every year the Stark County Terriers get 1 or 2 guest players that become cult heroes of the organization. Last year, it was Rocky from Premier. Another case of it, Cam, and I kind of think Brett Moore can be that cult hero kind of guy. Small sample size, yes, but not a bad thing to do with nothing else going on. Here's the 2-2, and it is in the dirt for ball 3. We are full. And going back to your time guest playing for different teams, I'm sure to have teams reach out and say, we want you for this game, I'm really positive that made you feel good.
Yeah.
It was a positive thing.
I know.
And like we saw that with Ryan Gordon when we had him for a couple of games. We brought him in because of his pedigree and because of what he brings to the table, and it did help us in a couple of games. So that guest playing role is a very favorable one. Fly ball sent into shallow right field on the payoff pitch, and the play is made for out number 1. And even going back to my soccer days, used to guest play with a bunch of the Bay Village kids for the Band of Brothers. It was a combination of Concordia and then the Bay Travel Organization. And those teams were some of the best that if they would have stuck together, then they could have been some of the best in the area. And I think Bay in its own right, how good that they have been the last couple of years in soccer, that just tells the story there. But 1 up, 1 down, as it is Nolan Kelliker, the center fielder, stepping in. First pitch wide left for ball 1. But so far in this game, it is being controlled by the visitors once again. The 1-0. It'll break in now, 1-1 the counts. Kelliker got the scoring going in this game, and I'm sure you, Cam, as a BW student and a BW media member, you were happy to see that.
Absolutely.
1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. Just a reminder, our final 2 broadcasts of summer baseball are upcoming, as they're going to be on Sunday. 2 games, 9 and 11:30 a.m. here at Thurman Munson Stadium, as it is going to be the 2 championship round games, the semifinals and the finals of this year's NABF College World Series. So as the sun is starting to somewhat set here in Canton, so is our time covering summer ball in 2025. Then come Monday, it is the rush to get ready for fall ball. 3-1, shot to foul, and we are full. And by foul ball, or fall ball, on the foul ball, we have soccer, volleyball, football, and then actually some baseball. We're going to have some Tri-C baseball come September and October. And that'll then round out our coverage of baseball this year, which baseball has all of a sudden become our main sport out of nowhere. Was basketball, but then baseball took over. Payoff pitch, it is wide left for ball 4. And Kelliker will reach for the first time today. But another productive at-bat for him. And as somebody who has seen Baldwin Wallace, no surprise to see him doing this?
Nope.
And you've seen a couple of those Yellow Jackets players and a couple of guys that are in need of a spark next year, as a couple of guys are leaving that are key pieces.
Absolutely. Could definitely use some pieces. And hopefully we kind of got to reload and try and make it back even farther next year.
And Kelliker now at second base on the pass ball.
Talked about it earlier, but the OAC representation in the national tournament, definitely good to see.
3 teams this past season. I don't think we're going to see that happen again this year.
Probably not, but still, very, very. I think it was kind of just an anomaly with how good the records of Mount and Ohio Northern were, and then obviously the winner of the OAC gets the automatic bid, and that happened to be BW with our record wasn't obviously it wasn't the best.
In the meantime, ground ball over towards second, throw to 1 on the money for out number 2. But going back to your point, we saw them for a doubleheader on the channel, and I was not impressed. I was very confused. A couple of big injuries in that game. Just really didn't understand what was going on with BW baseball. Add a couple of weeks onto the schedule, and then all of a sudden they got hot at the right time. And
yeah, we really picked it up towards the end of the season.
And I mean, you have a lot of talented players on that roster too, and that definitely helped. They gelled at the right time, and I'm sure that College World Series experience and that loss to Johns Hopkins a couple of years ago really was a good motivative piece for those guys, as I believe that was in the actual championship round. They lost to Johns Hopkins.
I believe so.
The Division III Johnnies, you can call them. Not to be confused with St. John's. The 1-0, it is in there now, 1-1 the count. Daniel Crable back in for the second time today. He singled his first time up after an extensive at-bat. Had a good battle and finally won it on the payoff pitch, drilling a single up the gut. The 1-1 misses high and wide for ball 2. Once again, no score on the other diamond yet. And that is the middle of the 3rd inning. So we'll see if anything changes over there or if this is just going to be how the game goes. Here comes the 2-1. And he will take it, and it is going to hang up in the backstop, and that is going to easily bring in Kelliker. That'll make it 4-1 Stark County. So by doing almost nothing, Crable gets the job done. I would say that is the best feeling as a hitter. You're standing in there trying to drive in a run late in an inning, and then all of a sudden, pass ball brings them in, and all the pressure no longer there. And now a 3-1 count, a favorable spot for Crable to walk potentially. The pitch. Good drive into right center field. That is down in the gap. Another great piece of hitting from Daniel Crable. He is now 2 for 2 today. How about that for the DH? Both ends of this catching platoon have been amazing offensively in this contest. And that's what you want to see. Combined 3 for 3 between Crable and Toth. And now it is Sauer stepping in to try and move him along. 5 hits so far in 2 2/3 innings for the Stark County Terriers. So they have been on fire today. First pitch down low for ball 1. And once again, it does appear that all of the offense is being hogged up on this field as the game between the B2 Bulls and the Class A's is scoreless. And they are actually ahead of us in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-0 is in the dirt for ball 2. But on an overarching scale, Cam, what is your big takeaway from today's games?
Lots of great games. I mean, I honestly expected to see maybe one kind of where the run rule kind of took effect, but so far we've had 3 great games, and this is shaping up to be number 4.
And to be fair, though, if there was one that was going to be a run rule, I feel like this one has the pieces in place, at least early on. But I don't think even on the other diamonds, no, we haven't. We have not seen a run rule yet today, which is crazy to think in a tournament. 2-1, it is going to skip right, and that is going to put Crable in scoring position. T3 had the framework early on in the game, but just couldn't get it done and never officially got to that mark. And I would say this is a nice breath of fresh air after a long summer of, it's still good baseball at the younger levels, but a lot of run rule games in the 16 and 18U divisions to now no run rules, full 7-inning games, no time limits. It's the guys going out there playing their best 7 innings, and that's it. And that is fun to watch. Here comes the 3-1. Ground ball down the third base side, but it is going to go foul, and we are full. In the on-deck circle for the Terriers, it is William Fesser, the third baseman. But Sowers over 1, looking for redemption here. And with a hit, he could bring in Crable from seconds. Full count 3-2. The payoff pitch, and it is inside for ball 4, and the inning will continue. The second walk of the frame as this 2-out rally is starting to shape up nicely. Excellent grit from this Stark County offense. Once again, a lot of pressure on these guys who they're playing for something that they really don't understand, as the group before them, 3 straight NABFs. They're coming in here relatively, I'm going to say, not much knowledge of the competition, expected to win, and they are handling those expectations nicely. Fester, in the meantime, pops out to first base, and the inning is over. But this Stark County Terrier offense and this Stark County Terrier squad, they are handling their expectations with tremendous grace. Middle of 3 here in Stark County. It is the Terriers up 4-1 on the 3B Barons. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The Barons offense looking for some answers as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-1 your score. It is the Stark County Terriers up early on in this game. And so far, Cam, they have been extremely convincing. They have a lot of good going for them in this game. A lot of good in this tournament. And with a win here, they would join the Mountaineer Lumber Company as the only 2-0 team so far. And with only the top 3 teams making it to the next round, that's a good spot for them to be in. And then tomorrow you have one spot kind of up for grabs among the rest. 2-0, it is going to miss for ball 3. It looked good from up here, but the umpire not buying it. And over on the other field in a battle of teams 0-1, searching to go 1-1. It is 0-0 through 3 as the A's and the Bulls are looking for some answers. 3-0, it is off the plate for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Barons. That is Stefanakis with the walk. And back to the top of the order we go with Isaiah Lutz, the shortstop. A couple of new faces in this lineup for the Barons, switching things up. Once again, they did play yesterday. They did lose their league championship game late last night. So to get everybody over here to Munson was kind of a tough task. So I'm sure that's why we see a lot of this rotation, as to play 3 games in 24 hours, that is grueling. Runner will go as the bunt is sent foul. 0-1 the counts. Tilth ready to go behind the dish, and you can kind of see him frustrated that the ball didn't stay in, well, playable territory. Didn't have to stay in fair territory if it was just a wry ball. You could have played it really anywhere. But 0-1 on Lutz, who walked his first time up. Rouse sets and delivers. Up and in. Now 1-1 the counts. But he has been very active behind the plate, and having an active catcher is one of the best things you can have in all of baseball. It gives you the potential to maybe steal an out or two at a pivotal moment. Throw back to 1. It is not going to be in time. Still a good attempt, but not good enough to get it in there. Lutz getting some encouraging word from his head coach down the line at third. 1 ball, 1 strike, the counts. The pitch. Up high for ball 2. Pool play does continue tomorrow here at Thurman Munson Stadium. We will not be here for any of those games, as we are only here for day number 1 of pool play and only in the stadium. Then we will return on Sunday, as we will have the championship rounds, as we have the 2 versus 3 seed at 9 a.m. and at 11:30 it is going to be the championship game. On the 2-1, it is a pass the ball, and that is going to give second base to the runner, Stefanakis, excuse me. So Stefanakis, after a leadoff walk, now is in scoring position. And an opportunity for Lutz to drive him in. Still only a 3-run game. The Terriers seemingly dominating, but it's not as much as you would think so far. Here's the 3-1, and it is going to be dropped, but still strike 2. But I'm sure, Cam, you feel what we're seeing here. A game that looks like it's out of hand, but not really at all. I mean, in the hit category, it's 5-zip Stark County.
Didn't want to say it. I wasn't the one to say it.
I'm just saying in general, the stats show domination, but the scoreboard says otherwise. And Lutz a good chance to get that first hit here. Here's the payoff pitch, and he is going to poke it over towards short. Marcer turns to third, and it is going to be a rundown. So at worst, it's a fielder's choice. Throw to 2, it is dropped, and he is out. Kelly just got him for out number 1. And a long-winded first out at that.
6-5.
Fielder's choice. That's the more fun way to say it, I know.
A fielder's choice, but a 6-5-4 fielder's choice. 6-5-4, dropped at 4.
And then picked up again at 4, and there's the tag. But a very interesting way to earn out number 1. And that is now going to bring in the lefty, Josh Reed, the right fielder. 0 for 1 today as he flew out to left field in his lone at-bat so far. First pitch from Rouse is up high for ball 1, and Toth able to catch it. 4-1 your score. Stark County on top of the 3B Barons. If Stark County wins, they are 2-0 and have 1 foot into Sunday. If they lose, then both sides are 1-1, and the Barons have that slight advantage then. The 1-0 driven down the line, foul. Count now 1-1. But I still think that the wild card of the day, the Lumber Company, They turned out to be one heck of a treat.
Absolutely. I mean, just especially with winning that first game late and then just coming out and really dominating the second. Well, not dominating, but
In comparison.
yes.
Runner will go 1-1 inside for ball 2. It almost hits him, and that ball is in right center. Counting out 2-1, and Rouse even down, almost had to graze off of his back.
Very, very low throw.
And that would have been a very painful experience. But once again, a runner in scoring position. The last time we saw this, we had, I would say, one of the most obscure and unnecessarily elongated plays of the day. Once again, your 6-5-4, dropped at 4, tagged at 4, fielder's choice. 2-1 runs well inside for ball 3. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some action in the bullpen for the Terriers. Last game, they did go with 2 guys, and that was a, I believe, comfortable win for the Terriers. So we're going to see what they end up doing here. They could just go with a 2-man set, and you don't know who else they brought in. That's the thing. Here comes the 3-1, and it is low for ball 4. So 2 on, 1 down, and this could be a spot for time to be called, as I believe there is a true pitching coach on this staff, and I believe he is coming out.
I do remember they said they pitched number 32 and 26 in the first game.
32 would be Brandon Betchtold, the rising senior at BW, and 26 Becker, the rising senior at Ashland.
Those 2 pitched the first game.
And Becker had a season-ending injury in 2025, so good to see him rehabbing in the summer. And now you look at this roster. You have a couple guys that could come on and throw. It just depends who is actually still here. I mean, you have Jansen from Walsh. He can come on and throw for a little bit. You flip back around. You have Cale Poland. We haven't seen him yet. He is going to try C, and we'll see if he does actually pitch today or at all. Odie can throw as well. I'm trying to think who else. I think that is about it. You could have a couple of other guys on other parts of the roster. And once again, this is the Stark County Terriers. This is what they do. They bring in guys from around the grounds. They could have pulled a piece or two from one of the other squads. They could have a Jackson Powers kind of player hanging out in the bullpen ready to go. Not saying that JP is going to play, as he got his wish and now is committed to Ashland for 1 more year. But in general, they could have a guy like that just waiting in the wings, ready to come in and potentially change the game. Or, in this case, changing it means just keeping it the same. Nice block by Toth. 1-0 count, but otherwise that would have put 2 runners in scoring position. And this is where fundamental baseball will win you games. It's the little things. Couple pass balls, just like we saw in game number 2 with Jenkins, and all of a sudden, you allow a couple of runs to come across. That block right there gives Toth a lifeline, and same with this defense. The 1-0. It is going to miss as it hangs up high. Now 2-0. In the on-deck circle after Verdi, it is Malley. But if the bases are loaded, do you make that call?
I don't know.
A good step in the right direction for Rouse, as he is able to hit the corner for strike 1. It's not by any means a bad outing for him at all. The issue is, bases loaded, that puts the go-ahead run at the plate. Ground ball hit over towards short. Marceric bobbles it. His throw to 2. It is in time. And that is going to split the back end of the runners. 2 down. So that'll put him at the corners. 2 fielders' choices this inning. And now an opportunity for Jason Malley, the third baseman, to drive in 1. And that would make it 4-2. At this point, anything is good for the Barons. Something that puts them back in it. That's all they're looking for here. Something to give them a slight push in the right direction. First pitch in there for strike 1. Good delivery from Rouse. And on top of that, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the likes of Ty Dennison for the Stark County Terriers pitching staff. He could be a key guy that comes on and pitches a couple of innings, just depending on how things go. But at the same time, I think they're going to save him for later on. Good drive up the middle, and there is the first base hit of the game for the Barons. It is an RBI single for Jason Malley. And at long last, they get rid of that goose egg, and they are 1 run closer to tying this one up. And not good over at second base. Kelly is down again. And I think he re-injured it. It could be hyperextension or a cramp. That would explain him coming back in, but this one I think looks worse than the first, Cam. And as he is attended to, we will step aside here on SmeeSports. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-2 your score. Stark County on top of the 3B Barons. Kelly once again went down for the Terriers, and this time he is not staying in the game. It is Braden Broom moving into second base, and Philosis now in left. Swing and a miss to get this at-bat underway. 0-1 the count. Runners at second and first, 2 down. And it is a 2-run ball game. 4-2 your score on SmeeSports. A good game so far. And the 3B Barons doing a nice job battling back in this 3rd frame. Plenty of ball left to play as Bachman will try and drive in at least one, if not both, to tie it up. 0-1 off the plate, now 1-1 the count. But even more so, looking at the replay, Kelly went up to try and catch a ball, and he landed awkwardly on that leg. You got to hope the best for him, but that is definitely a scary play. Here comes the 1-1, and it is going to miss for ball 2. Kelly came in as a guy that is a guest player, so that does add a little insult to injury as well. A guy that came here to try and help his squad win, but he'll have to cheer them on at least for now from the dugouts. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball down the left side, but foul, and we are even. But I will say the whole entire Terriers organization, a lot of key people out there around him and making sure he's okay. That's what the Terriers are about. They're a great community. They have been around for so long. And there's a reason why we honored Greg Turbovich last year with the 25th anniversary of the Terriers with a custom jersey. And that was a fun game to cover last year at Walsh. 2 balls, 2 strikes to pitch. And it is popped foul off to the right side. And we have seen Greg a couple of times today, but not for long, as he has been running around, making sure everything outside the stadium is going good, as he is in charge of running the stadium pretty much. Good work with the concessions and T-shirt sales and making sure everything was set before the game started. He does not get enough recognition for all he does, so we thank Greg Turbovich for all that he does, not only for today, but also for the Stark County Terriers. It's people behind the scenes like that that really make these and like the world go around. Just this industry as well.
Absolutely. I mean, lots of unsung heroes.
And that is, I would say, the best way to describe Greg Turbovich. Well, we did kind of make him out of the unsung category last summer, but not for long. The pitch, it is up and in for ball 4 on the payoff, and the bases are loaded. And now, could this be a spot that we see some action in the pen? And I think Coach Sabo just told him, wrap it up. He is not wasting any time and not really wasting anything on his bullpen. He wants to get the results now. And you cannot blame him. Tying run at second base here. Bottom of 3. And this game can become a very high-scoring affair. This could become a slugfest. Your pitcher's out here for a long time. You got to make something happen. And on top of that, losing your second baseman, too. That means your whole middle infield has been injured in the past week. So a lot of new guys playing in some new spots. Bases loaded, 2 down. First pitch is low for ball 1. As it is Ethan Mannion, the catcher, back in the number 6 slot. He grounded out to Kelly at second base his first time up to lead off the second inning. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Up and in for ball 2. Cam, I think you agree. Walk here, we see the change.
Pretty much.
I would say that is as straightforward as it gets. Rouse starting to lose his touch a little bit here down the stretch. 2-0, it is going to connect for strike 1, and he absolutely needed that. Once again, tying run is at second. Go-ahead run at first for the Barons. Now it appears that Jansen is sprinting off to the bullpen. The 2-1. It is in the dirt for ball 3. And we are 1 ball away from seeing the, I would say, most important run so far come in. You get within 1, and no matter the inning, you have a shot. Down by 2, it's a lot tougher. But 1, 10 times, I would say, more manageable. The 3-1, and it is up high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks. This one brings in a run. That'll make it 4-3, and that is going to do it for Dylan Rouse as Coach Sabo is making his way out to the mound, and he is going to make the call to the bullpen. I'll tell you what, Cam, it's not Jansen as he is out there just to kind of keep watch. But we'll see if they actually do make the change. They did holler something, but right now this conference doesn't really scream pitching change.
Yeah, usually you pull them like right away.
Maybe he gives him 1 more.
I was going to say, I think he still might trying to be buying his pitcher time.
And that may be what Jansen was sent down there to figure out. Is he ready? No. He doesn't have all the time in the world. He has 8 pitches to get ready. If he is not 8 pitches away, you cannot bring him in. And that is tough now. You are stuck between a rock and a hard place here. You want to get out of this inning, but 1 more mistake, and at best you're tied. At worst, you're losing. Still early on in the game, yes, but not a desirable spot. And so once again, score update from Thurman Munson Field 2. Cam, can you guess the score? Don't look.
I was going to say it's probably 0-0.
The moment I say guess, you look.
Oh, okay, so here's what happened. He has to take him out. This is the second mound meeting this inning. That's what I thought.
And now Jansen is going to go and deliver the bad news. So it is the call to the bullpen.
They didn't want to make it, but they had to make it because the pitching coach already came out once. So.
And usually when the manager comes out, that is the case. And now the question is, who is the unprepared soul coming in? Whoever it is, he is going to have a lot of pressure on him. But I like the call, Cam. I like that decision here. Rouse kind of had some struggles. You bring in a fresh arm that can potentially finish this game out. And I think Rouse can still be eligible to come in on Sunday if needed. Tomorrow you're going to try and battle for that 1 seed potentially. But everything starts here. You could lose this inning and you could lose this game. And then you'd have to play for your lives opposed to just simply a spot Sunday. And we will see once Toth stops blocking our new pitcher, who he is going to be. But that is very frustrating. Coach Sabo having to come out there. I'm not surprised he did, but that is the difficulty of NABF rules. Could it be Odie? And I believe it is Garrett Odie coming on to throw. And as he warms up, we will step aside on SmeeSports. Bases loaded, 2 down. It is a 1-run ball game. The Terriers up 4-3 on the Barons. Time now for the call to the bullpen in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is Garrett Odie, the rising junior at Earlham, stepping in. Played his high school ball not too far away from here, as he is a former Marlington Duke. His first pitch is sent into foul territory off to the right side, and it is going to be out of play and into the bleachers. 0-1 the counts. A very simple scenario here. The inning continues, we're tied. Or it is a lead for the Barons. If this is the last batter, then most likely it's going to stay 4-3. But what happened moments ago, Coach Sabo went out to the mound for a mound visit. It was the 2nd of the inning. And by NABF rule, that means you do have to take out your pitcher. So Rouse's day was ended early, and Odie has been thrust into the spotlight a little bit earlier than expected. And we will see how he fares here. The 1-1, it is off the plate for ball 2. And thank goodness that happened when it did, and not with somebody 1 or 2 pitches into their warm-up. I believe he went into the bullpen maybe 5 minutes before he was summoned. So a couple of pitches could have been thrown already. Good drive into left center field, but it is caught, and the inning is over. It is the replacement left fielder, Felozis, making the catch, and that'll keep the Terriers on top. Through 3 at Thurman Munson Stadium. It is the home team. But the visitors on the scoreboard, the Stark County Terriers, up 4-3 on the 3B Barons. You are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The Stark County Terriers offense looking for some cushion as we enter the top of the fourth inning. 4-3 your score. It is the Stark County Terriers up by 1 on the 3B Barons. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. This is our fourth and final game of the day. A very long and exciting day at Thurman Munson Stadium. I believe we got here at around, what time was that, 9 a.m.?
Yes.
So we've been here for around 12 hours now, and we have seen 3 great games and about half of this one as well. And this game shaping up to be one of the best, if not the best, that we have seen all day. The 1-0, it is up high for ball 2. It is Toth, Merceric, and Broom. 8, 9, and 1 for the Terriers this inning. The 2-0, Toth will take up high for ball 3. Evans still on the mound for the the 3B Barons. And I would assume that we will see him pretty much finish this one out potentially. 3-0 it is going to hit for strike 1. And based on what we've seen today, regardless of the score, a lot of the pitchers have just stayed in. In tournament play with so few arms potentially on the horizon as an issue, 1 guy per game is a good benchmark. 3-1, Toth is going to sky into left center field. And it is going to be caught in the gap for out number 1. A high hanger that Toth just can't sneak past Bachman in center. And looking back to Thurman Munson Field 2, they are a whole inning ahead of us. They have 1 down in the top of the 5th inning over there. And Cam, this has been a very quick day for Field 2. But for Field 1, we've had a lot of longer games. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just kind of a basic observation of the day so far. First pitch misses for ball 1. It is Merceric in. Bases cleared. 1 up, 1 down to begin the frame. Evans sets and delivers. Ground ball roped towards short. The throw across the diamond is on the money for out number 2. Nicely done by the shortstop, Lutz. And that brings us back to the top of the order with Braden Broom, the second baseman, turned left fielder. Or opposite way around. He is now the second baseman coming in from left. And that would mean that it is going to be Filozis in the on-deck circle taking the place of Kelly. And for those just tuning in, Brett Kelly suffered an injury earlier on in this game that he did re-aggravate a little bit ago. So he has been taken out of the game, and Filozis has taken his spot, moving into left field and bumping Broom to second. 1-0 to begin the at-bat as the first pitch misses outside. This time he runs it in and will miss again for ball 2. But as we look out into the horizon, a very nice day for baseball at Thurman Munson Stadium. And this is a lot better than I think we expected that it would be. 2-0, it is going to hit for strike 1. Initially, the weather looked very bad for this final game. But it does appear that the forecast, at least for now, is forgiving. But that could change with a just pop-up storm. Here comes the 2-1. It is up high for ball 3.
Speaking of things changing, the Guardians game got postponed to tomorrow. But that one is in Kansas City, though. So that does make sense. I just realized that. I was like, how did that game get postponed? But that is not in Ohio.
And that is still an hour up north, to be fair.
It's true.
The 3-1. Good rip down the line, but foul, and it is into the bleachers. We will not be broadcasting any pool play tomorrow at Thurman Munson Stadium. But if you are in the area, make sure you head on out here. It should be a fun day for baseball as we round out the pool play period of this 3-day NABF College World Series. Full count on Broom, the payoff pitch.
Whoa.
And there goes the bat. Not broken, but I think the bat made it further than the ball.
I agree.
I guess some undodgeball action. Little bonus bat down the first base line. And that is one I'm sure the lefty wants to forget, but will not forget. Count remains full, 3-2, and the bat I'm sure is petrified. Once again, the payoff pitch, and this time he will toss the bat gently as it is ball 4. Good work by Broom as he is able to draw the walk, and that'll keep the inning going. A potential for some runs over on field 2. 2 runners on, but 2 down. The Class A A's are trying to find an avenue to the opening run of that game. 0 runs on field 2, 7 on field 1, and we are a full inning behind. And once again, it is getting kind of dark out here. The light's still starting to turn on. First pitch to Filozis is outside for ball 1. And as we talked about, Sunday being our final broadcast of the summer ball season, our next anticipated high school game is going to be on August 19th as Archbishop Hoban takes on Padua in volleyball. The 1-0, it is on the outer edge now, 1-1 the count. So a good break in between our next games after Sunday. But given the volume this summer, I believe we will be at a total of 82 when it is all said and done. I think that break is more than warranted, as that means we average 40 broadcasts across the last 2 months. And that volume will be brought down to probably around 20 per month during the actual school year. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. The pitch. Good hit down the left side, but it is going to be picked up at third, and it is going to bounce wide of the first baseman, and that could bring in a run. They're going to send him in. Coach Sabo, excellently animated, and he is able to wave him home. The throw to third. They got him, and the inning is over. And Coach Sabo continues to be animated. And now are they going to call him safe at home?
He said the run did count, but how did he?
And we'll see it back on the replay. Oh, I don't think he was close to tagging him out.
I thought he was completely safe. I think he has every right to be upset.
I think the tag was a couple of seconds late, and then some. What a call to end the inning, and they haven't put the run on the board.
The run does count, though. The umpire signaled that the run does count.
So that should make it 5-3. The Terriers once again putting 1 run on the board. And there it is officially in-house. And as well, we do finally have a score on field number 2, Cam. 2-0, the Class A's on top of the B2 Bulls. And as we step aside, halfway point in this one, and a lot of emotions, a highly contested game, as this one is a 5-3 ball game in favor of the Terriers. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Stark County 5, 3B Barons, 3 your score as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Cam, a very controversial end to the top of the 4th inning. An interesting call at third base. But now an opportunity for the Barons to respond after allowing a run in the top of the inning. The question is, How do they get the offense going in a way that doesn't pretty much rely on walks? Because that has been their offense today. 1 hit, and they have scored 3 runs.
Honestly, they just got to try and keep getting more hits on, and they need more lead runners on, and that's going to do both of them right there.
Perfectly done. It's a leadoff single up the gut for Ragazzo. And he is now 1 for 2 today, and that'll double the hit tally in this game for the Barons.
Yeah, but I mean, like I just said, getting more base runners on can lead to more timely hitting, whether that's a hit and run or whether you play small ball and you try and bunch them over to try and manufacture some more of those runs. But I mean, with only 2 hits and you have 3 runs already, you're looking good, but once those hits start to come, the runs are going to come with them.
First pitch on the outer edge for strike 1. And all it takes is seeing it happen a couple of times for your confidence to get built up. And you're absolutely right. Once the hits start ramping up, so will the runs tally, most likely. At least in theory, as you never know.
That's true.
As you said, this is baseball after all. I will say this, though, albeit it would take a lot for it to happen, but not really from the other diamond. No foul balls have made it onto this diamond from field 2. You look at the way things are, a rope down the left field line, and that could be in the stadium, but it's not. Nothing today quite yet. Throwback to 1, has him by a step, but the tag is late. And once again, he just catches him leaning towards second base. That ever so slight lean might be just enough for the pitcher to get that out at first. It has happened a number of times in games that we have covered this summer so far. Runner goes on the 0-2. It is going to miss. And his throw, it is there. And now they say it is strike 3. Toth, a 2-for-1 deal. 2 down.
It's a little ball don't lie moment.
They gave a late strike call, but what a chuck from Toth. That'll be the first strike out of the game for Odie. But just that throw on the money, and the tag even better from Broom. And as you said it perfectly, Cam, it's a ball don't lie moment. 2 down. First pitch fouled back. 0-1 the count on Lutz as we are back to the top of the order. And now over on field 2, it is a 3-0 ball game. The A's on top. The 0-1 is going to miss now. 1-1 the count. A lot of delayed calls so far today. And that has given us some very interesting theatrics. In the top of the 5th inning for the Terriers, it is going to be 3, 4, and 5. And that one is going to drop. Broom unable to get it. And the inning will continue. Kind of one that just falls in perfectly. Did everything right. And that was an excellent effort. Just couldn't catch it. And that'll put a runner on with 2 away. Thus setting up Josh Reed. But these Terriers, they are hustling and they are giving it their all. And that's what you expect from this squad game in and game out. This group has a lot of great talents. And when they play to their full capacity, they are a very tough out. First pitch, it is going to connect for strike 1. Once again, bottom 4, 2 down. And it is a 5-3 lead for the Terriers. Throwback to 1, not going to be in time. But this game's starting to catch up to the game on field 2. And I think the hope is to have both kind of end at a similar time. Now the 0-1. Missing wide, evening things up at 1-1. But it's very nice to have these diamonds right next to each other for this tournament. You use 2 fields. If you have to play a back-to-back doubleheader, you just pick up your things and switch diamonds, and that is a very good thing. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Good drive into right center field, and it is going to be caught in the gap, and the inning is over. Excellent hustle by Kelleher, and that'll keep at least 1 run off the board. A big potential turning point for the Barons, but it is Kelleher in center silencing the offense. through 4, it is the Terriers up 5-3 on the 3B Barons. You are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Top of the 5th inning, and the call to the bullpen has been made by the 3B Barons. It is going to be Stefanikis on to throw, and his first pitch of his outing is a ball. 1-0 the count. For the Terriers, it is going to be Kelliker, Mastry, and Crable. 3, 4, and 5 this inning. The 1-0 will connect on the bottom of the zone. Now 1-1 the count. Moments ago in right center, it was Kelliker tracking down the ball and retiring the side with one of the most, I would say, impactful catches of the day. That ball gets down. It's a 1-run game, and all of a sudden the offense is set up to drive in the tying run. But credit to the Terriers. They have done a good job to keep a distance, at least a decent distance, away from the 3B Barons so far in this game. Through 4 innings, they have scored at least 1 run in each frame. Even if they don't score in each inning, to see this consistency, that is a great sign of things to come in this tournament. And once again, we're looking to see, okay, who stands out as our top team? That is definitely something to take a closer look at. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Good rope into right center field. Kelliker notches it down in the gap, and he is going to go to 2. The play is not in time, and he legs out a leadoff double. To the place that he caught the ball to end the last inning, to now the place that he starts the new one. That is I don't even know how you describe it. A deja vu moment. It's what could have been. But this time around, it happens positively for the Terriers. And the leadoff man is in scoring position for Stark County. And yet again, it is the Baldwin Wallace man doing a really good job for the Terriers in this game. Kelliker, a rising senior, it's now or never to earn some good game time for BW. And if he can play like this during the regular season in the spring, I think the answer to that question is going to be now. It is Mastry stepping in to try and bring him in. 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts. Mastry takes the 1-0 in the zone. Now 1-1 the count. I will say the sun might be gone, Cam, but it is getting humid.
Yes, very. And
Kinda-
quickly.
Kind of a sticky feeling now here at Thurman Munson. And finally, the lights are starting to kind of cast down on the field. The 1-1, it is going to be low for ball 2. This game was supposed to start at around 6:30, but in the end, it did start at 7, so that is why that we are now 2 hours in and still in the 5th inning. Or, in actuality, just getting the 5th inning going. Here comes the 2-1. Mastery, a deep fly ball to right field. It is going to go foul, and it is going to drop. So he is going to have another chance. And I think, Cam, if that was caught, that was just going to be a sacrifice to move Kelleher up to third.
Pretty much. Would have been a really difficult catch to make anyways.
And the freaky thing is, that is pretty much where that ball was caught by Walsh that ended their season. In that exact spot, the runner tagged up from third and they lost. I think it was that exact spot if you look at that replay again. You've seen the clip, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have.
I think that's right there. That is, once again, a case of deja vu, a couple of weeks, and now a month and maybe a half removed. Count 2-2 on Mastery. The pitch. He will foul that one back, and he will still have some life. And I will say, Caden Mastery with one of the best color matches that we have seen. Green with the red helmet and the pink bat.
I was going to say, I really like the pink bat.
I'm a big fan of it as well. It gives him some great power, as we saw a couple of weeks ago against Wayne Baseball Club. Once again, the 2-2. A good drive deep to right field. And that one is going to drop in.
Wow.
Mastery perfectly places it. A masterful single for the first baseman. And that is going to put runners at the corners.
Sorry, I was going to say, I feel like the right fielder was had a beat on that and was going to catch it, and then all of a sudden I looked over and it just fell a couple feet, multiple feet in front of him.
And once again, what I was going to say, it's not about power, it's about precision. And that is the definition of it right there. Nicely done. And now Crable an opportunity to drive in run number 6. Still nobody out in the inning. So this is a big opportunity for the Terriers to kind of shut the door. Don't want to say slam, as they still have to hold up for a couple of innings, but they can courteously shut the door on the 3B Barons and kind of coast from here. But this offense 90 feet away from, for the 5th inning in a row, scoring. That is tremendous work. Great consistency. The 1-0, it is going to be taken on the outer edge. Now 1-1 the count.
Some might call them Mr. Consistent.
Now, I don't think you can give that nickname out anymore. In knowing the connotations that it had in the past, I don't think that nickname can ever be given out. Good rope down the right side, but well fouled. Count now 1 and 2. And that is why you do not give out the nicknames.
I just thought it was funny.
I'll tell you what, though, the one nickname that I have given out that has stuck is the Jackrabbit, and that is going to stay.
That is true.
And now he is going to stick with you as well at BW.
BW.
Here's the 1-2, and it is going to be low for ball 2. After Crable, it goes to Ty Sowers, the right fielder, as he is getting ready to rock in the on-deck circle. But 5-3 your score. The Stark County Terriers on top, but they are looking for more. Crable hits it over towards first, and they will get the simple out over at first. And everybody else that has to stay put will put 2 in scoring position, 1 down. Routine ground out, but Crable forces the runner to move up to second, and then at third, Kelleher, no way he was going to go.
Yeah, wisely stays put. First baseman made a good play looking him back.
And now, depending on where Sowers can place this one, a chance to bring in a pair. And that would do wonders for this offense. That would double their advantage. Up by 2 right now, trying to make it 4. First pitch low for ball 1.
I was going to say, especially with how the infield is in now, trying to cut off this run from home, and I feel like the outfield is still pretty deep, but large margin to just kind of bloop in a single if you can right here.
And once again, precision over power.
Whoa,
almost to the
that.
backstop. But it is caught in the end. So 2-0 the count. I'll tell you what, all said and done, whether it be the broadcast view, the broadcast angles, this has maybe been our best sight all year outside of Wi-Fi.
That is, I would have to agree. Whoa.
Good rope down the line, but once again foul. And that has been a storyline and a consistent factor that has followed us from every single site.
I was just going to say, watch out at third base down there. Especially with the infield being in, too. But it was foul, though, so.
2-1 with 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch. High pop up, and it is going to be out of play. And that is a loud bang off to our side. Count now 2-2. But what a beautiful night for baseball here in Canton. Doesn't get much better than this.
Absolutely. Had a little itty bitty sprinkle, maybe about 2 minutes of rain, but other than that, it's been good.
Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Stefanikis.
Big out number 2.
And that is one way to potentially silence this offense. But you still have to take care of Fesser. 0-2, but a lot of power behind his swing. Fesser is going to be a redshirt freshman. He is a guy ready to prove himself this upcoming year, and a lot of that starts here. First pitch, it is there for strike 1. Given the history and just the prestige of the Terriers in the NABF World Series, we're looking for guys to be heroes, for guys to join the list of the greats of this organization. Marceric, he is already there. Why not Fesser here? Fesser pops it, foul off to the right side. Count now 0-2. In the bottom of the inning, it is going to be Verity, Malley, and Bachman. 3, 4, and 5 for the Barons. But before the 0-2 pitch, Verity is going to go and talk to his pitcher. And same with first baseman Malley. And as well, offensively, Stefanikis, I would assume, is staying in to hit. He was the DH, so it was just a straight swap between him and Evans. Evans has hit, so this could be a change. But in talking to people from the NABF earlier today, the Shohei Ohtani rule could be put into effect. Haven't seen it yet today, though. All we have seen is designated hitters. 0-2 the count on Fesser. The pitch. It is wide right for ball 1. Once again, the lights are starting to finally have an impact on the diamond. And this is making it truly a beautiful night game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the counts. The pitch. Fesser, a good hit over into left center field. It is down, and that is going to bring in 2. Fesser has done it. It is a 2 RBI single, and the advantage has been doubled. 7-3 now your score. It is timely hitting for William Fesser. I said it moments ago, a lot to prove tonight, and that is a point proven. 0-2 before this. But Cam, you know it all too well in the game of baseball. Any given at-bat can be your time. Exhibit A. What a swing, and what a monumental swing at that.
Absolutely. Gives them some more insurance that they hope to not need, but at least they now have.
Now Toth will send that one high into right center field, and it is going to be caught, and the inning is over. But William Fesser tells the story. A good rope to left center field. 2 runs come in on an RBI single. And the lead and the advantage is doubled. Middle of 5 in Canton. It is the Stark County Terriers up 7-3 on the 3B Barons. Make sure you stay with us after our final commercial break. When this game goes final, then we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. A lot of good candidates so far for the Terriers and some for the Barons. Anybody's game, but the Barons need to get the bats rolling when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, bottom of the fifth inning in our fourth and final game of the day. The Stark County Terriers are on top 7-3 against the 3B Barons. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you if you are just tuning in. Score update from field number 2. 3-0 your score as we enter the bottom of the sixth inning. So this game a whole inning behind. And I would not anticipate this game being done until around 9:30. So 3 hours after the prescribed start time, as we are nearing the 2-hour mark. In actuality, as we started it, I believe, at around 7. But a very long day at the office, as expected. Here's the 1-1. Tipped foul now, 1-2 the count. But you can do a lot worse for a Friday evening. And Cam has more of a social life than me, so his thought is you can do a lot better.
I'd probably be at work right now.
I stand corrected. The 1-2. It is up high, evening things up. But Cam, you know I have no social life outside of this. So
Oh, I know.
there's nothing better to do on a Friday night than be here and enjoying some baseball. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. Strikeout number 2 today for Garadoti. And once again, he was an accidental change for the Terriers. Going back to that third inning, bases loaded, 4-3 score. Second mound visit of the inning, and Rouse had to be pulled. Kind of a unfortunate chain of events, but since he has come in, no damage. So that might be the stroke of genius accidentally stumbled upon by Coach Sabo. Or it is just the sheer aura of the full baseball uniform as the coach. That could be it too. I will say it is one heck of a great look. I think more coaches should do it. It's awesome. You're a part of the team, and it shows that to your players.
I agree.
Here comes the 0-2. Ground ball hit up the middle. Has a chance to get through. Marceric, he stops it. His throw to 1. Not in time. So close at first. But in the end, doesn't get it done. And I think we're going to have to watch that one back, Cam, as that was close.
Very close.
And we will see how close that actually was. It's one thing to look at it at first, and then from there, it's tough to see. And it looked like the camera kind of glitched out and didn't go over there, but it was still close over at first base. But still scored an infield single, and that is going to bring in Bachman. First pitch on the edge for strike 1. Toth doing excellent work behind the plate, still framing. Doesn't matter how late in the game it is, he is still putting in the work and getting a lot of great reps in. Good drive down the right side, foul, count now 0-2. With Thurman Munson Stadium used for McKinley baseball, Malone baseball, and some summer ball, we'd love to see a minor league team or an amateur team return here full-time. This field, it deserves a full-time team outside of high school and college. 0-2 up high for ball one. But I think it's great what Canton City Schools did with this place. Redoing the turf, making it McKinley branding, and honoring one of their own and the late, great Thurman Munson. Throwback to one, not going to be in time. And Kent also has his jersey up in the corner on their back padding right next to Schoonover, which the stadium is named after him. One ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. High, pop up off to the right side over at first base. And it is going to be caught by Mastery. 2 down. No sun, but it has to deal with the, I would say, tough beaming lights of the in-house lights. And he is able to easily catch it. Not as bright as it could be, but sometimes you get that glare in the wrong spot, and it's a tough play to make. Especially if you're not used to playing at night, which a lot of these guys, they usually don't. Keep in mind, these D2, D3 schools usually don't have lights. If you're playing late into the day, most likely you're running on fumes. And I know both Mount Union and BW are without lights. Same with John Carroll. First pitch, a strike, 0-1 the count. And in Mastery's case at Ashland, I think they do actually have lights.
I believe so.
As they're kind of just secluded in the woods. The 0-1, flown foul off to the right side. Mannion so far has walked in a run on an RBI walk and has grounded out. 0-2, 2 down. It is 9-1-2 for the Terriers next inning. Runner fakes. 0-2, once again drilled foul, this time further up the line. And Odie will have to do it again. In the hit category, the Terriers doubling 3B, as they have 8 in comparison to the Barons 4. So 12 combined, 10 combined runs total. It's not at all a eye-popping box score, a very believable one at that. 0-2 the count. The pitch. It is on the edge, and it is just going to miss. And I think you kind of just stole the words out of the Terrier fans' mouths. You heard a couple of oohs there. And there is our lovely scoreboard out in left center. The 1-2. That time he gets it. It is strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Similar spot, and I think there would have been a real outrage if that wasn't given.
Rightly so.
Perfectly placed by Odie. 3 strikeouts so far in his earlier than expected outing, but he has done a great job so far. 5 innings complete, 2 left to go at Thurman Munson Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers up 7-3 on the 3B Barons. You are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on SmeeSports, presented by / in partnership with the NABF and the WRCL. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. As day 1 of 2 of pool play at the 2025 NABF College World Series starts to wind down, we are given a nice treat. Not only a beautifully lit diamond courtesy of the lights, but also out in left field a beautiful sunset as the sky has a nice lighter hue of pink. And this is truly a great summer night in July as the 7th month of the year is quickly winding down and August is quickly approaching. 1-1 the count to get things underway in the inning as it is Gavin Marceric back in 1 for 2 today. An RBI triple that brought in 2 runs and a ground out to short. But overall, a good game for Marceric at shortstop as he has been great defensively. The 1-1 sails to the backstop for ball 2. And over on field 2, top of 7, 3-0 your score. So that one looks to be in favor of the A's. And we will see if that does end up being the case when it is all said and done. 2-1, swing and a miss now, 2-2 the count. But it does look like they are going to get done well before us as we have more than an inning left to play behind them. Here comes the 2-2. And it is drilled foul and into the bleachers again. A lot of baseballs flying into the bleachers. The netting kind of low hanging at this facility. That is one big thing to note about Thurman Munson Stadium. Here comes the 2-2. And it is in the dirt for ball 3. Stefanik unable to paint the corner, and we are full. After Marceric, it goes back to the top of the order with Braden Broom. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Marceric. And time called by Stefanikis. But I think after today, we have a couple of teams that we really do think highly of in regard to our final bracket come Sunday. I think the Stark County Terriers and the Lumber Company are your 2 favorites to make it out of pool play. 3-2 is grounded to short. The throw to 1 is on the money for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down to begin the inning, and a beautiful, beautiful image on your screen as you see the sky in the background, the overall diamond. This is truly what night baseball is all about. And back to the top of the order we go for the 4th go-around, starting with Braden Broom, the left fielder turned second baseman. Once again, we hope that Brett Kelly is going to be okay, but that was a scary injury earlier on in this game. 3 injuries, 3 big injuries today. Hoping that the other 2 as well are going to be okay as this tournament progresses, and on top of that, as they start to get ready for their collegiate campaigns. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 0-1 the counts. But right now, this game is firmly controlled by the Stark County Terriers. Fester giving them that extra cushion, and they are riding off of that right now. The 0-1 tipped foul, now 0-2. It looked like Broom got well underneath it. And if the result does hold over on the second field, yet again, it would be the visitors getting the win. Right now, we are on pace to see the visitors go 4 for 4 in the stadium today. And I think heading in, at least looking at the information available, this is kind of what we expected to happen for today.
Pretty much.
But once again, that wild card was the Lumber Company, and they turned out to be one heck of a wild card. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and on 3 pitches, there is out number 2. Stefanikis' second strikeout of the game. And now with 2 down, that'll bring in, I believe, the replacement, Filozis. He came in a little while ago for more in the batting order. So we will see what he can do with 2 up and then 2 down quickly in the 6th. Not a good start to the inning, but can get better. First pitch carries over the plate for ball 1. But what a job by Coach Reese Sabo in year number 1 with the Terriers. Not as good as last year with Coach Willoughby, but it's a whole new cast of characters. And as a group trying to learn together how to play in the WRCL and play as a college team outside of their actual colleges, it has been fun to watch. And it's been great to see Coach Sabo's development from a coach who in game number 1 forgot his pitcher on the lineup card to a guy now in full uniform, fully animated, and fully engulfed in this culture. it has been a great rise for him all year. And I kind of feel like if it doesn't happen this upcoming year, maybe after an extra couple of years with the Terriers, maybe he does get that call from I don't know, Marlington or Louisville or a neighboring team that could have a coach who's been there for a long time, ready for a new adventure and wanting to go younger. And that could be Coach Sable's avenue into high school baseball. Swing and a miss on the 1-2. It is back-to-back strikeouts for Stefanikis, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 defensive inning for the 3B Barons. Middle of 6 in Canton. It is the Terriers up by 4 on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Demarion Young steps in to get things underway in the bottom of the 6th inning, and he will cut on and miss to begin 0-1 the count. For those just tuning in, 7-3 your score. It is the Stark County Terriers on top of the 3B Barons. And quickly go to the call to the bullpen has been made, as it is Ty Dennison now on to try and close things out in place of Odie. Drop third strike, throw down to 1. It is in time. 1 up, 1 down, and 1 strikeout for Ty Dennison. Your attention now on the mound for the Stark County Terriers, number 29, Ty Dennison. Missed that one during the break, so had to announce it there. But Dennison, a very good start to his outing. 1 up, 1 down, 1 strikeout. And once again, he was a big factor in that playoff loss against Catholic. Came in early for Mount Union after Warner had a tough go of things. Settled it down really nicely. And now he might be on his way to earning a lot more game time. We talked about it with Coach Hesse after the game, and he, I believe, kind of just left the door open for it. The 0-2, ground ball hit over towards third. The throw across the diamond from Fester is high, but in time. What a job by Mastery to extend for out number 2.
Jeez.
One heck of a play.
Yeah.
That was tremendously done. So 2 up, 2 down. Dennison's goal heading in was to get 6 outs, and he is already a third of the way there. Albeit with some help from Fester. You see it there, just a high throw, and Mastery able to extend just enough. First pitch from Dennison. It is beautiful. It is strike 1 on the outer edge. I'll tell you what, a small sample size by Ty Dennison. He is doing some great work for the Terriers. And now 0-2. This is a warm-up outing. I think we see him Sunday. I think you throw him today, maybe 20 pitches, and he starts your championship game. I feel like that's who Ty Dennison is going to be for this Terriers team. And then from there, maybe tomorrow, Cale Poland. The 0-2. Nasty work from Ty Dennison. It is strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. What a start for Ty Dennison. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts. And the rising junior at Mount Union is shoving. Small sample size, but Cam, that was one of the best pitches that we have seen all day and really all summer. Just freezes him perfectly. Toth a little bit of help on the frame. And the inning is over. To the 7th we go at Thurman Munson Stadium. The final inning of our day here in Canton. It is the Terriers up 7-3 on the Barons.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Here it is, the final inning of our day at Thurman Munson Stadium, top of the 7th inning, and it is the Stark County Terriers up 7-3 on the 3B Barons. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Still 3-0 over on the other field as the A's look to seal the deal against the B2 Bulls. Leading things off this inning for the Terriers, it is Nolan Caliker. First pitch, it is going to, looked well outside, but it's going to be called a strike. 0-1 the counts. And they look to be well in the other batter's box. But either way, Stefanikis does get the nod. This time runs it inside and misses low, evening things up. And going to the other field, tying run is now at the plate. So they may have saved their offense for late. Actually, no, a run scored. So the same sentiment, but now 3-1 over on field number 2. And really, the winner of that game has a shot at a 1-1 record. The loser 0-2. It pretty much wraps for them in this tournament. And that is really tough for them to kind of accept after day 1. The 1-1 runs inside but hits the bottom right corner for strike 2. But if you are the A's and the B2 Bulls fighting for your lives, it's a great game for the neutrals, but for you guys, it is very stressful. A lot of the time, the best game for the neutrals are the most stressful for the actual players. 1-2 off the plate for ball 2, and we are even. A lot of interesting decisions today from the officiating crew. A lot of 50-50 balls going, I would say, the shorter way to 50. Here comes the 2-2. A weak pop up the middle over towards short. This one has a chance, and he is going to boot it, and he is easily in at first. Good hustle by Kelliker down the line as he takes advantage of the E6. The leadoff man is aboard as the Terriers begin their final sets of ups today in Canton. And once again, I think you and I both agree on this. Terriers and the Lumber Company 2 of your 3.
Pretty much. Unless something goes horribly wrong tomorrow.
I would love to see that 2 and 3 matchup. I would absolutely love to. It's not going to happen, but 2 and 3, that would be the rematch of last year's semifinals in the WRCL. Honestly, that could be the championship game.
That's what I was going to say. It might end up being the championship. I wonder which team is going to end up with the 1. Obviously, you got to throw in a third team to try and get that 3rd seed if you have those 2. But out of those 2, which do you think would get the 1 seed out of those 2 teams?
The runs are comparable so far, but if I had to guess, assuming everything stays the same, you look at consistent hitting. So far, 5 out of 6 innings the Terriers have scored. Your more consistent offense, they get the number 1 seed. This is their tournament. This is their expertise. 1-1 swing and a miss now. 1-2 on Mastery. Then I would have the Lumber Company at the 2, and as a very good number 2 seed. They don't deserve that. They deserve the number 1. But we're not in the business of making friends. We're in the business of getting results. So not everybody can be the number 1 seed. 1-2 cracked into deep left center field. And it is going to be caught by Young for out number, I believe, 1. So 1 down now as Kelliker stays put, and that'll bring in Crable. But trying to check the schedule for tomorrow to see exactly who is playing who. I don't know offhand if they are playing each other. But if we're looking for an answer, and they do, Cam, I kind of think there it is. I would say that is a pretty easy way to decide, okay, who's going to be the number 1 seed and who's the number 2. But right now, the Lumber Company, they are the number 1 seed. As now they are 14 and 11 on the year. Tomorrow they take on the Terriers at 4 o'clock. And then the Warhawks at 11. So that is a really big game that will probably decide the 1 seed.
Yes. I would 90% agree.
If we're going by runs against, the Terriers would get it. If we're going by run differential, the Terriers would get it. If we're going by runs scored, after this game, it's still going to be the Terriers. Runner goes. The pitch is wide. Count now 1-1, and it is a stolen bag for Kelliker. But I think in every single major category, the Terriers would take over the number 1 seed for now against the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The Reds, they are 1-1. So we will see how they end up working out. The Terriers, or T3 rather, 1-1. We'll see what ends up happening. It'll be interesting to see who ends up placing where. The 1-1 outside for ball 2. And going back over to the A's and the Bulls game, it is still 3-1, but with 2 down. And that game is nearing its conclusion. But 2-1 on Crable, runner at second base. And once again, it is the outer edge. And now it is 2-2. But I believe the live count is 3-1 on the batter on the other field, which is Carson Petreka. And from what we've seen of him, he has a great tendency of putting the ball in the outfield, but right to the defense. A lot of power, but sometimes unfortunate with where it goes. 2-2, Crable pops it into left field, and that one, it is down, and that is going to roll for extra bases. Crable is going to 2, and he is in there. It is going to put 2 runners in scoring position, setting up Sowers excellently. You could call it a single and an error. That is probably what it's going to be, but still extra bases in the end. And once again, precision over power wins the day. Once again, an update from field number 2 as we are ramping up our updates. Tying runs at first, so they might not be done quite yet. Back to here, it's Sowers, a chance to, if the door hasn't already been slammed shut, to do so. Bringing 2 more, up by 6. This will be the Terriers game. First pitch wide right for ball 1. In the bottom of the inning for the Barons, it is the top of their order. So on paper, nobody better to potentially get the game back. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. It is low and in for ball 2. And it does appear that yet again the PTZ has timed out for the time being. So we will have that camera angle back up here in a few moments. The 2-0, it is going to miss out wide right for ball 3. And there is the PTZ back in action. Every so often, I think it gets tired of operating where it just decides that, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to reset. But it is all good. Here comes the 3-0, and it is wide right for ball 4. The bases are now loaded for William Fester. Last time a 2 RBI single, an opportunity to do a whole lot more than that. And once again, we keep checking and looking over on field 2, as that is where the big storyline is unfolding right now. For those just tuning in over there, 2 runners on, the back runner being the go-ahead run. And it is a 2-0 count on whoever is up. I believe it is Morris. Good drive into right field, but that one is going to drop and go to the corner. It looked like it was going to be caught, but in the end, it will fall. Coach Sabo, animated as ever. He is waving runners around. He is waving a third home. Fester is going to third. He is in, and on paper, it is a 3 RBI triple for William Fester. Give him 5 RBIs today.
Wow.
Now 10-3 your score. Runner at third. And that one was nearly caught, but he didn't touch it, Cam.
Very true. Almost a defensive web gem, but just a couple inches out of the reach of the right fielder.
And it might be too late for the run rule, but they are 1 run away from making that happen if that was still a possibility. And on the other field, it is a 2-2 count on Morris. And now this is where things really get interesting. You can kind of feel the anxiety over here from what is going on that other diamond. And whatever happened on that pitch, we will continue over there, as I think it's going to be a foul ball.
Feels like that
first game of the day.
No, when he was like, which game are you calling? I'm calling both.
I can see a scoreboard, and I can see the players still on the diamond. So, yes, I can call both games at once. We'll see what ends up happening over there. But in the meantime, it is Toth stepping in, an opportunity for an RBI. And a good drive deep to left field. That one is gone, but foul. And Toth, it is all smiles for him. But he wanted it. He wanted that home run so bad. And we do have a final score. It is 3-1 over on the other field. Morris struck out, and Newen gets the win. So the A's are victorious. 3-1 your final on the other diamond. But a long 0-1 on Toth. And quickly down 0-2. But if that ball was gone, then that is one heck of a nightcap on this diamond.
I mean, if that ball was fair. Because that ball was gone.
That is true. That is very true. But Toth quickly down on the count 0-2. 1 for 3 today with a pair of flyouts to center field and a single. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, chases up high, and there is out number 2. Strikeout number, I believe, 4 today for Stefanikis. But Toth, I'm sure, all smiles after that first ball. If he would have straightened that one out, then 12-3. Instead, it's 10-3. Still a great inning. And Fester, once again, the man of the hour. Marceric already 2 RBIs today. He wants to do it again here. 0-1 the count, as that'll begin the at-bat. But this is officially the final game of day number 1. And once again, the Terriers an opportunity to set themselves apart from the rest. Fly ball sent into right center field. That one is going to be caught, and the inning is over. Nicely done in the right center field gap, and that'll end the offensive outing of the Terriers. But they go out with one more big boom. It is William Fester, a 3 RBI triple down the right field line, and that'll make it a 10-3 ball game. Last ups for the Barons when we return. 10-3 your score on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back into the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for sponsoring our broadcast today at Thurman Munson Stadium. Cam's been a fun day working with you once again. The final time this summer, as we are in the final half inning of our duo being reunited for the time being. And once again, thank you for all you've done this summer as one of our trusty and loyal interns. One of 8 in this first class. Internship applications are now up on the SmeeSports website at SmeeSports.com. So if you are a high school or college student looking to break your way into the sport media industry, make sure you apply for that internship. 1-1 breaks in, now 1-2 the counts. And the exciting thing is you can be a writer, you can be a videographer, broadcast help, or even some on-air talent. So a lot of variability, and if you want to do it, we can most likely adapt. Ground ball hit over towards short. Marceric goes down and scoops it. His throw to 1 is on the money. 1 up, 1 down. Nicely done by the shortstop. Once again, no Caleb Collins. Marceric has stepped in and taken that role to heart. That was a big worry heading into this tournament, but once again, you got to give flowers to Marceric. It cannot be easy coming in for a team that has so much success over the years in this tournament. And he has become yet another name synonymous with the Stark County method of winning in this tournament. First pitch to Reed is off a window of a Loge. 0-1 the count.
Is it the same one as before?
Well, it looks more dented in now. I think after the game we do some deep dive analysis and check it out. Now it could be haunted, so that is the only worry. I think the Loges are out of commission, as the days of minor league baseball here are gone for now. The 0-2, it is there for strike 3 looking. Dennison is humming. 2 up, 2 down. And there is the final countdown for the Terriers. He now has 3 strikeouts today. Short sample for Ty Dennison, but this is what he did so well against Catholic. He got in a rhythm, he worked hard, and he really was a great and strong arm for Mount Union, now in this case for the Terriers. First pitch just up high for ball 1. And just to put this out there, the game initially scheduled to get underway at 6:30. It got going at 7. It is 9:24. So at least for the scheduled time, we are 3 hours after first pitch. But really, in actuality, 2.5 hours in. But it's been a good game and worthwhile. The 1-1 breaks in, now 1-2 the count. And the 3B Barons are down to their final strike. Ty Dennison looking to wrap it up here and call it a day at Thurman Munson. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that will do it. Ty Dennison comes in, gets 4 strikeouts, and that is the game. The Stark County Terriers are 2-0 and will be your number 1 seed exiting the first day of pool play as they take down the 3B Barons. Once again, your final score, 10-3 in favor of the Terriers. One final commercial break, then we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. So do not go anywhere as you are watching the 2025 NABF College World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Back on at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, 10-3 your final. The Stark County Terriers taking down the 3B Barons. A great game all the way around. You look in this lineup, Cam, a lot of key pieces. A lot of players could get player of the game. And I think that there are two that we are going to give it to. William Fester is one of them, as he had 5 RBIs today on back-to-back base hits. And then on top of that, Marceric with that big spark early on. 2 RBIs. And that came on a triple. Both of them, they deserve it. They were both big sparks, and they were a big reason why the Terriers walked out of here with a 7-run win.
Absolutely, yeah. Just a phenomenal job all around today from the offense of the Terriers. And just, yeah, they pretty much handled this game all the way through, able to consistently score on offense, and then able to keep the Barons at bay, only allowing 3 runs. And just in the end there, kind of got another spark of offense going just before the game ended.
They are going to be your 1 seed entering day 2 of pool play for a reason. And there's a good shot that, well, pending the final game of their pool play journey against the Mountaineer Lumber Company, that they will be the number 1 overall seed. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, as well subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, and it greatly helps out all we do here at SmeeSports. The information is on your screen on how you can contact us if you want to become a broadcast sponsor. A lot of great opportunities. And once again, thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for sponsoring our broadcast today and making this possible, along with the NABF and the WRCL, courtesy of John Mangelkamp, the commissioner of the WRCL. We thank him for all he's done today. And once again, thank you to the Terriers General Manager Greg Turbovich for all he has done running this site today on behalf of the NABF. Our final 2 broadcasts of summer ball coverage are on Sunday, 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. here at Thurman Munson Stadium. It is going to be a fun 2 versus 3 semifinal and a fun championship game as the winner of Game 1 takes on the number 1 overall seed. But that'll do it from Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. It is the Stark County Terriers 10, the 3B Barons 3, your score. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Canton, and we will see you again on Sunday. This has been the 2025 NABF College World Series on SmeeSports in partnership with the NABF and the WRCL. Thank you all once again for tuning in. We hope to see you again on Sunday, but if not, we will see you again next time.